Question 1. Explain zip drive. Answer. A zip drive and zip disk is a hardware data storage device developed by Iomega that functions like a standard 1.44 inches floppy drive and diskette. What makes the Iomega zip drive unique is its capability to hold up to 100 megabytes of data or 250 megabytes of data on the later models. Iomega zip drives became very popular in late 1990s but quickly became less popular as users needed larger storage capabilities. The drive was eventually replaced by CDR and CDRW drives and disks as they became cheaper since they offered much more storage and compatibility. Question 2. Explain software setup. Answer. Once the drive has installed and set up in BIOS or is detected by BIOS, the zip disk drive should have been included with a CD, floppy, or zip disk to install the software for the drive. Note: for users who have Microsoft Windows 98, 2000, ME or later, the drive should be automatically detected and installed, but the default installation will not install the Iomega tools. Question 3. Explain Cmos setup. Answer. Once the zip drive has been connected to the computer, replace the case back and connect the keyboard, monitor, and power to the computer. We do not recommend that you connect all the cables yet because if there are issues, you may have to disconnect them again. Because you are installing an ID/EDA device, it is required that the drive be set up properly within BIOS. Turn on the computer and as the computer is booting, enter BIOS setup. In Cmos, verify that the ID/EDA device is either set up as auto or is set up as a 100 megabytes HDD. It is important to note that older computers may not properly detect an ID/EDA device and it may be required that a BIOS update be obtained. Question 4. Explain attach cables. Answer. Once the zip disk drive has been installed into the computer, connect the ID/EDA interface cable to the back of the zip drive. Almost always the red or blue side of the cable represents pin 1 and is connected with the colored side of the cable facing the power connection. Once the ID/EDA cable has been connected to the back of the zip drive, connect the power cable to the back of the drive. This cable is almost always keyed and only goes in one direction. Question 5. Describe drive bays. Answer. An internal zip drive is always going to occupy or need a 3.5-inch drive bay. If no 3.5-inch drive bay is available, the computer needs a drive bracket and partial front bezel to cover the empty portion of the front of the zip disk drive. Drive brackets are included with the internal zip disk drive package. If your computer does not accept the drive bracket, you may want to consider any of the below recommendations. Contact the computer manufacturer for drive brackets compatible with your computer. Visit a local computer store for alternate brackets. Question 6. How to installing a PCIe/EDA zip drive. Answer. Write down important information from the top or bottom of the hard drive such as the model number, serial number, and specifications. Ensure you are familiar with ESD and its potential dangers. When physically installing the zip disk drive, ensure the computer is powered down and unplugged. Question 7. Explain difference between static and dynamic RAM. Answer. Static RAM. No refreshing 6 to 8 MOS transistors are required to form one memory cell. Information stored as voltage level in a flip-flop. Dynamic RAM. Refreshed periodically 3 to 4 transistors are required to form one memory cell. Information is stored as a charge in the gate to substrate capacitance. Question 8. Explain what is the difference between microprocessor and microcontroller. Answer. In microprocessor, more opcodes, few bit handling instructions, but in microcontroller, fewer opcodes, more bit handling instructions, and also it is defined as a device that includes microprocessor, memory, and input-output signal lines on a single chip. Question 9. Explain what is the difference between primary and secondary storage device. Answer. In primary storage device, the storage capacity is limited. It has a volatile memory. In secondary storage device, the storage capacity is larger. It is a non-volatile memory. Primary devices are RAM/ROM. Secondary devices are floppy disk, hard disk. Question 10. How does zip drive perform with an Appalachian SCSI card? Answer. Attach a terminator adapter to the back of the remaining port on your external HD. The zip drive has a weak termination and requires another terminator source. Last, if you are working on the Gs for a long time and suddenly the zip drive icons don't pop up when you load Finder, simply eject the zip disk and push it back into the drive.